me talk about Zack Snyder. I'm a big Zack Snyder fan.
The first images of the Crow have appeared, and I think the consensus is he looks terrible. This looks laughably stupid. We're all like, what the freak is happening? What is going on? And the director of the Crow, the director of the real Crow, also chimed in, laughing with most of the fans. I think the Crow remake will still be good. However, yeah, the first images, not impressive. Hey, maybe we're wrong. Maybe it will work. And we will work through it. But oh no, look who's coming in. John Campea to say, guys, I think we need to talk about this. And this director dares to speak out. Okay, Johnny, where are we going with this?
He hasn't even seen yet. And just start bashing on it. And Jonathan raised a good point prior to us going on air, which is basically like, hey, if there were fans of the original that were on the fence about whether or not to get behind this new movie, oh, well, he just wanted to come out and make sure, hate it, everybody, hate it.
Come on, guys, listen, we all know how Hollywood works. You need to be polite. From one director to another director, you know how hard it is. The studios, the fans, it's all so much pressure. Okay, it doesn't work for you. You could just be nice and polite and say, it's not working out for me. Best of luck. That's what you need to say. That's what you need to say. This guy has no class. Oh, it all sounds very virtuous, Johnny. Sounds like you're above the fray. You're better than us. You're even better than Stuckman. Stuckman is not yet risen to your godlike status of the not toxic. Oh, but wait a minute. When it came to the Snyder Cut, when it came to Zack Snyder, you were really toxic. You were really negative. You were mocking the fans. You attacked Snyder. It's on the record. You look like a clown. You and Robert look like clowns. You denied there was a Snyder Cut. And you kept gaslighting people for years. For years, you were lying.
Stop with the bullshit. He needs to get off social media. He needs to stop trolling with all the Justice League stuff. He is not doing himself any favors.
I'm like, that's cool, but you're living in a fucking dream world, okay?
And then when there was some hope there was a Snyder Cut, you were so, I don't know if Zack deserves a Snyder Cut. I think he needs to move on. Yeah, he needs to move on. He needs to be quiet. Instead, he made one of the best films of all time, and the fans worldwide are happy. But John Campea knows Hollywood. I'm sure John Campea does know Hollywood, but he's acting like a damn fool and hypocrite. That said, his general point is correct. Working in Hollywood, it's better to be civil, and being civil is a virtue. You can be both. You can work in Hollywood and be civil and disagree. I think that's fine, and I think the point is fine. However, for him to make it, for Rob to make it, is ridiculous. I don't hate John Campea as much as other people. But boy, he does not make it easy to listen to him because he says so many things that wildly contradict his previous stances. He is radically inconsistent. But again, occasionally he puts out good videos. He is reasonable in other places where other YouTubers are really stupid and silly. So sometimes, yes, he is the calm in the storm. But in this case, he's being silly. He's being really silly.
Soy tears.
Like, yeah, they just seem like odd critiques. I'd rather have critiques about the actual project.
Yeah, and I just, again, I don't want him to lie. Have some class. Just have just a little bit of class.
Well, guys, I'm not going to promote him. I'm not interested in this guy anymore. Oh, that's brave, John. Is this director a big director? Does he have any Christopher Nolan projects? No, he's much smaller director now. So you feel free to be like, I don't like this guy anymore. I don't want to know him. Wow, John, brave. You made a general good point. However, you are a hypocrite. Sometimes you do good stuff, but here, come on, really. I think it looks terrible. Maybe I'm wrong. But we don't always have to be polite. Sometimes we can be blunt and honest. They made this film together. That director and Brandon Lee made a masterpiece. If he feels attached to that masterpiece and feels this is a blasphemy, he has good reasons to think so. 1990s culture is increasingly being destroyed by culture vultures. Is this another case? Maybe, maybe not. But him calling out a possible culture vulture? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. You're being silly.